Have you ever felt that? That sort of electric buzz in the air right before something huge in pop culture happens. When a massive global artist is about to drop something new, it's more than just a song release. It feels like a whole cultural moment. Well, today, that's exactly what we're diving deep into, the very highly anticipated new album from Justin Bieber. Our mission here is pretty simple. Cut through all the chatter, look at the details coming out, and really try to understand the huge cultural ripple this is already making. We want to pull out the key insights for you so you're really in the know. And honestly, the buzz already, it's huge. Fans have been waiting like a long time for this.
Oh, it's absolutely a thing, a real phenomenon to watch unfold. And what's really striking is how fast the excitement turned into this massive visual thing. We're seeing these huge billboards,
Right.
all over the place. Some pictures definitely look like LA. And Bieber himself, he's been feeding the flames on his own social media, posting consistently.
Feeding the flames feels like an understatement. It seems more like a full-on fan inferno out there. I mean, the descriptions I've seen of the believers' reactions are wild. Like, truly wild. People saying they're jumping on two toes
Oh.
or doing the Macarena frantically. Someone even mentioned running marathons out of pure excitement. What does that tell us? That level of almost like emotional shock and over-the-top reaction when you hear jokes like the economy has risen or Gypsy Rose quit the internet because of an album announcement.
Yeah, it's extreme enthusiasm, bordering on surreal, right?
Yeah.
That kind of engagement, it really shows how tied his whole career is to their own lives, their collective identity almost. And you mentioned his social media and those Instagram pics. They're getting equally intense responses. There was one where fans were just like, he can get it. And another one described as giving very much Harlequin and the Joker. So yeah, suggesting this kind of edgy, maybe dramatic new vibe he's putting out there. And it's clearly hitting a nerve.
Right, that visual stuff, plus the timing. It feels very deliberate for the fans. Like you said, this is shaping up to be the week to be a believer. I heard a new clothing brand just dropped today, too, and the album's out this Friday.
Yeah.
Beyond just, making fans happy, what does this multi-pronged approach, music, fashion, visuals, mean for him in the wider industry?
It's definitely calculated. It shows his brand is evolving, It's not just music anymore. He's positioning himself as a broader cultural figure, which kind of brings us neatly to the album itself. The title that's being reported is Swag. But maybe the biggest news, the thing that's going to really define this era, is the sound itself. If you love that classic Justin Bieber pop, well, you're probably not going to get that this time.
Well, okay. That's a pretty big pivot.
Yeah.
So if it's not the pop sound we know, what are we getting? And maybe more importantly, why make such a big shift now in his career?
Well, the descriptions say it's very heavily influenced with rap, hip-hop, and R&B. And this isn't just like a small change. It seems like a strategic move towards genres that are huge globally right now that connect with an audience that's maybe grown up with him. It suggests he wants to stay relevant, beyond that initial pop stardom, maybe become more of a seasoned genre-blending kind of artist. And here's another detail that fits. The album was apparently worked on in Iceland with major producers, which confirms those rumors we heard about him being there earlier. It kind of makes sense now, right, for this more urban sound.
Okay, Iceland, right. So new sound, new title, swag, and this surprising location backing up the musical direction. But like always with these huge releases, the rumors are swirling, especially about the lyrics. Given this big musical change, what kind of themes might we expect him to tackle? Are there any specific rumors about the lyrics that are really getting traction? And why those topics?
Yeah, that's always the big question, isn't it? What's he actually going to say? There's a lot of talk, heavy speculation that he'll address the media, maybe the haters, how he feels the press tries to destroy him, as some put it. And then, of course, songs about his relationship with Hailey Bieber are expected. People are even throwing around made-up lyrics like that "Us Against the World, Little Mama, It's Just You and Me" kind of vibe. We are the Biebers against everything.
Okay, and that leads us right into the real hot button issue, the emotional flashpoint everyone's talking about, the ex-love drama, this persistent rumor that there might be a song about a past relationship, specifically Selena Gomez.
Yeah, that's definitely the most debated part. And the general feeling seems pretty strong. A lot of people are arguing it would be, well, maybe very dumb is harsh, but certainly risky, ill-advised, perhaps. The thinking is it wouldn't just dominate the conversation around the whole album. It kind of traps him in the past, right? When he's clearly trying to build this new identity, this new musical era, constantly going back to old drama, even if it gets clicks. What does that do long term? Does it stop people fully buying into the new Justin? Because, yeah, everyone would just instantly link it to Selena, and maybe that's not the narrative he wants right now.
It's definitely causing a stir. So, from your perspective, what's the gamble here? What are the actual risks versus potential rewards if he does go there, or if he doesn't? What's the general vibe for this new chapter supposed to be?
I think the consensus, or at least the hope among many, is that this new chapter should focus squarely on his present. His family life, his relationship with Haley, dealing with the media scrutiny, not digging up old history, the reward for avoiding it, a cleaner break, letting the new music stand on its own. The risk, obviously, is that people will talk anyway. And if he stays silent, maybe the rumors just fill that space.
Right. Okay, so moving past the music itself for a second.
Hmm.
What about getting the word out, the promotion? Traditionally, artists launch albums with this huge blitz, press tours, interviews, junkets, appearing on morning shows, late night shows, doing silly skits, the whole thing.
Yeah, but that's changing, isn't it? It feels like more artists now just kind of drop the album, see what happens, let the music do the talking. And there is some talks and speculation that this album's promotion might actually be more low key.
Hmm.
And digging into that a bit more, there are reasons people are suggesting why he might limit interviews. The thinking is with a lot of negativity swirling around him lately, particularly the association with Diddy, he might just choose to sidestep the big press circuit this time. Which adds another layer, right? Maybe focus more on connecting directly with fans instead of going through traditional media.
That's really interesting. A sign of the times, maybe, for artists navigating tough situations. But what about performing? Any whispers about seeing him on stage with his new material? Or is that also potentially on the back burner for now?
There are some rumors, yeah, but described as premature. Talk about a possible residency, maybe other live shows to push the album. But honestly, tying back to that potential low-key approach, it's really hard to say how or when that might actually happen. It feels like a bit of a wait and see, which just adds to the whole anticipation game.
Okay, so summing it up, we've got this wild fan excitement, a really significant musical shift towards hip-hop and R&B, all these juicy rumors about lyrics, and now this potential low-key promo strategy, possibly linked to current events.
Hmm.
It really throws into sharp focus the immense pressure and scrutiny artists like him are under, doesn't it? Both creatively and personally.
It really does. It's a unique kind of pressure cooker, being a global star in today's world where everything is instantly analyzed.
Which kind of leaves us with a final thought for you, the listener, to chew on. With all this massive anticipation, all this pressure, how much does the story around an album, the narrative, the rumors, how much does that truly shape how we receive it? Maybe regardless of what the music actually sounds like, something to think about until Swag finally drops this Friday.